Welcome back, my dear student, to our lecture series, Mineral Resources. I'm Professor Urusilias, working in Biodiversity and Environmental Studies, Department of Wildlife Sciences, Aligarh Muslim University. So, regarding the mineral resources, in our last lecture, in last class, we discussed about the mineral, different types of mineral, what are the component on the basis of we decide that they are the mineral contribution and rank of India in the world production of principal minerals and metals and uses of minerals. Now, in this lecture, we will be discussing about the environmental impact of the mineral extraction. Is harming the environment and the society. We will be discussing few case studies under this. So, we'll be discussing about the environmental impact. What are the environmental impact because of the mining and all? So, environmental impact of mineral extraction and uses. We know mining is, of course, every country is wealthy as per their mining resources, how much minerals they have. That is why, because US is having a lot of mineral, and that is why they are most powerful, very very powerful. That is the all the industries, all the factories are based on the mineral resources. So because of that, US is very very powerful. So a mining operation are considered one of the main reason of environmental degradation. Of course, we are doing the mining, but for the mining, what we are doing, we are clearing the land, rehabilitating, removing the people, rehabilitating them, cutting the forest. So these are the process we do while we are starting a mining site. So mining operation are considered one of the main reason of environmental degradation. The extraction of all these products from the lithosphere has a variety of side effects. If you are digging up the land means they are having the side effects on the environment. Depletion of available land due to mining, waste from industries, uh, conversion of land to industry, and pollution of land, water and air by industrial waste are environmental side effect of the use of these non-renewable resources. Public awareness of the problem is of a global nature, and government action is stem the damage to the natural environment, have led to numerous international agreements and laws directed towards the prevention of activities and events that may adversely affect the environment. So, these are the issues, and the issues related to the limits of the mineral resources is in our Earth's crust or in ocean is not so significant. More important environmental concern arises from the impact of extraction and processing of these minerals during mining, smelting, etc. However, India is producer of 84 mineral. We are very very rich in the mineral resources, and India is producer for 84 minerals, the annual value of which is about 50,000 crores. Just imagine how much we are earning because of the availability of the minerals. But we have to assess how much we are losing because of these extraction, because if we do in a proper way with well checks and um, in investigations and all, if we follow the rule, the damage won't be so severe as we will be discussing in different case studies. So there are different case studies we'll be discussing under this impact, environmental impact. So let's start with the Sariska Tiger Reserve. Sariska Tiger Reserve is one of the important tiger reserve in the Rajasthan. And this Sariska Tiger Reserve, the story of the Sariska Tiger Reserve is that it used to have the tiger, but in 2005 or 6 survey, it was discovered there are no tiger are left. So government started the reintroduction program. Now the Sariska, at present, the Sariska is having a good population of the tiger. So it is a tiger. This area was declared as a tiger reserve because of the good number of the tiger. So Sariska Tiger Reserve is in the Rajasthan. The forest department has leased land of mining for mining in the Sariska Tiger Reserve area by denotifying the area. So to give the land to the mining people, what they did, what forest department did, they denotify the area that no, this area is no more this particular area is no more the part of the tiger reserve. So they denotified and gave to the people. The local people have fought against the mining lobby because definitely local people were totally dependent on the resources, natural resources, and those resources will be vanish once the mining site will start. So they fought against the mining lobby and have filed a PIL, public interest litigation, in the Supreme Court in 1991. Rajinder Singh, he is the secretary of Tarun Bahadur Singh, a volunteer agency, um, point out that as many as 70 mines operate in close proximity of the forest. So, legally and illegally, there are 70 mines which are being operated near the operated in close proximity of the forest. So, mining is actually disturbing the biodiversity, and we are talking about environment conservation, biodiversity conservation. So, mining is good for the nation, it's a backbone for the economy of the nation, but it should be judicious. It should be with the sustainable. The mining should be a sustainable in a sustainable way, so that the environment as well as nation both should be benefited. So we must preserve the Aravali. The Rajasthan comes under the Aravali series of hills, Aravali forest, Aravali hills. We must preserve the Aravali series as a national heritage. The Supreme Court on December 31st, 1991 has given a judgment in response to the PIL of Tarun Bahadur Singh, an NGO where both center and state government of Rajasthan, both center and the state government of Rajasthan have been directed to ensure that all mining activities within the park be stopped. So whatever mining activities are going on within in the park should be stopped. This was the direction given by the Supreme Court in 1931. In 1991, 31st December, more than 400 mines were shut immediately, but still some illegal mining is in progress. So if it is a legal, then we have less, but on the name of the legal, usually what we do, we start lots of illegal work. So still illegal mining is going on in Sariska. And the second case study is about the Jaduguda uranium mine. Jaduguda uranium mine is in the Jharkhand, that is the tribal area. And uranium, we know that is the very good source of the energy, that is an excellent mineral. But uranium is also hazardous to the health. It's not good. So Jharkhand, Jaduguda has uranium mine. Parent mining agency UPCL was shut in 2009. Radioactive. This uranium radioactive substance are being leaked because of the uranium. So radioactive and toxic leaks is still affecting lives of people residing in that area. So these are the two pictures taken from the different newspapers. So uranium mining has actually a very big health hazard. So this is there is abnormality in the foot toe, and there is abnormality we can see in this boy. So a US news organization has claimed that it is resulting in congenital disorder and infertility in the area because of the radioactive and toxic leaks, and that is still affecting. Just imagine how much it might have affected the water, groundwater, because ultimately it is seeping inside and going mixing in the groundwater. So this is resulting in the congenital disorder and infertility in the area. These are some this is again a newspaper cutting from Times of India report. So giving the status of the this uranium mine. So radioactive and toxic leak from Jharkhand Jaduguda uranium mine impacting health of workers and tribal in the area, claims a report by US news organization we just discussed. It cites a 2009 study that fought high level of toxins in underground water and uh, Sabarmarkha river. That is the river coming from the area. So there is this kind of issues. The water is also polluted. A 2004 study by Japanese nuclear engineer found a radioactive level in village close to mine is 10 times higher than safe level. So report claims to have access medical survey uh, filed in High Court on congenital illness, birth defects, and case of infertility in the area. India's nuclear establishment has refuted these studies, maintaining Jaduguda operation safe. Indian government, Indian nuclear establishment is saying no, it is safe, but the US agency is saying it is not safe. So we have to decide. By seeing this picture, we can easily make out there is some impact. There is some impact of the radioactive and toxic leaks in in the tribal community of the Jaduguda uranium mine. The State Owned Uranium Corporation of India Limited, UCIL, we call it, has been operating the mine since 1967, extracting around 1,000 tons of uranium ore per day, which account for 20% of the raw material of India's nuclear power generation. It has, however, remained closed since September 2014 following a center's directive. After seeing all these disabilities in the generation, the sender gave the direction that this mine will be remain closed. So since 2014, the mine is closed. Then come to the Jharia coal mine. Jharia is having a very big one of is biggest coal mine in India, and Jharia coal mine, that is again in Jharkhand, underground fire leading to land subsidence and forced displacement of people. So basically, what is happening because of the extraction of the coal from the mine, the ground level is coming down. It's sinking, and because of this sink, because the land is sinking, that is why the people have moved from there to different places. Braving the fear of land's sinking or subsidence, heat and fire, the Rayat of Jharia still continue to live in the danger zone, refusing to be rehabilitated by the government. These Rayats are the person who has the right to hold land for the purpose of cultivation. This can be done alone or with the help of the family members, or you can hire the people or the partners. The term also refer to the succession right. So this is the picture taken from the Times of India Today's uh, photo, and this is the picture which is showing land subsidence or sinking is coming in Jharia due to the fire burning in the underground coal mine. So these are the issues. People are also affected. And the next story is the Sukinda chromite mine. Sukinda chromite mine. Chromite is again one of the important mineral we are using. So Sukinda is a town in Jaipur, Odisha. Odisha and Jharkhand are very rich in the minerals. So among the chromium resources, Sukinda Valley of Odisha account for about 98% of India's chromite ore reserve, and of which about 97% occur in Sukinda Valley. In September 2007, the Blacksmith Institute listed Sukinda as one of the 10 most populated place in the world in 2007. Blacksmith is the institute which actually declared that this is the 10 most polluted places in the world. Multiple local political figure and scientists disputed the listing, claiming that the Blacksmith Institute used outdated research. This is what they said. But because of the pollution, water pollution, people are suffering because this we can see the color of the water. So the next is the Kudremukh iron or mine, Karnataka. That is, Kudremukh is a very important national park situated in the Western Ghats. So the Kudremukh National Park in the Western Ghat is a part of the world's 38 hottest spot of biological diversity, a UNESCO World Heritage Site also. And from this Kudremukh, the three rivers, Tunga, Bhadra, and Netravati, originate from the heart of the park, sustain millions of rural people in the area. So the area is also rich in, along with the water, they also rich in the biodiversity. The lion-tailed macaque, that is the endemic species of that area, is found there. Tigers are found there. Malabar civet and great pied hornbills are recorded from there. So this area is, since it is the hottest spot, this is the 38 hottest spot. It it house many important biodiversity values. So, lion-tailed macaque, that is the endangered species, tiger, that is the Schedule 1 species, Malabar civet, and great pied hornbill. These all are recorded from there, and lion-tailed macaque is endemic to the Western Ghat. So, here, the river Tunga, Bhadra, and Netavari, which originate from the heart of the park, sustain millions of rural people in the South India, we just discussed. So, iron ore was discovered in these hills in 1913. 1913 it was discovered. The mining began in 1976 when it was a vast, desolate wilderness. On September 2, 1987, more than a decade after KIOCL's mining activities began, the company found itself bang in the middle of the Kudremukh National Park. So the mining actually, iron ore was discovered in 1930, and mining began in 1976 when it was a vast, desolated wilderness. In 1987, September 2nd, 1987, the area was declared as a national park. So already going on. So mining was already going on, but the government declared the area as a national park. So the general manager of the of those mining of those mine, Kudremukh iron ore mine, says we have been there since 1976, while the Forest Conservation Act FCA came only in 1982. That too, the FCA proclaim was made without informing the companies. So this is the stake of the mining managers of the mining areas. However, the mining activity was there, but still the area was very rich, and still it has got the endangered species. But now it is polluting too much of the pollution, too much of the this mining. The water is getting polluted, and because of that iron ore, we can see from this picture, the river is highly polluted. It is all red, and the picture has been taken from the newspaper. The Bhadra river has turned an angry red because of the mining refuse. In 1976, they were doing mining operation was going on. In 1987, the area was declared as a national park. However, in 1969, much before the declaration of the area as a national park, 48 square kilometer of the pristine forest right in the middle of the Kudremukh had been leased to the Kudremukh Iron Ore Company Limited. That is also known as the KIOCL. This led to the destruction of the Kudremukh's forest, wildlife, and caused massive siltation of the river and reservoir. Even after the lease ended in 1990, the lease was in 1999, the company continued operation under temporary permit using legal subterfuges. So this picture is actually showing the status of the rivers, Bhadra River in the Kudremukh. These two picture again taken from the different news agencies, newspapers. This is the picture, Bhadra River Valley in 1968 before the mining, and this is the picture taken from one of the news report. The pristine Bhadra River Valley of 1968 is now India's largest mining operation. So this was converted into a big mining operation. So this was the past before 1968, and this is after 1968 when the mining started in that area. The next is the we can discuss about the northeastern coal field Assam. Very high sulfur contamination. We know that coal fields are having high sulfur contamination, and that sulfur during the mining not only pollute the land, not only pollute the soil, but also pollute the water by seeping inside the going and mixing with the water. So North in India contribute 105 million tons of Gondwana coal and 1492 metric ton of uh, tertiary coal reserves. Meghalaya and Assam in northeast India contain 73% of the total territory coal reserve. It affects the water quality and soil quality, henceforth affecting plant growth and most aquatic life. When the land is polluted, when the water is polluted, definitely it is going to disturb the plant life as well as the animal living in the water. So terrestrial plants as well as aquatic animals, both are being affected because of this kind of pollution. During the last 2 decades, coal mining area were increased by 194 hectare in Makum coalfield, that is in the Assam, which led to an increase in acid mine drainage and soil loss. The next case study is the mining and quarrying in Udaipur. Mining and quarrying in Udaipur. We know Udaipur is very, very popular for the stones, for different kind of stones, different kind of. So while white marble is from Udaipur, stand first in the world, Asia's largest market for white, green, pink, and other marbles. So Udaipur is very, very rich in the marble. Zinc, rock phosphate, talc, calcite, quartz, stone, and pyrophyte and siliminate. These are the important minerals. The mine and processing unit are extended in the adjoining area named Sukher, Rajasband, Rajnagar, Kesariali, Chittor, Kishangarh. In all, approximately 5,000 units, big and small, are into the production. So more than or approximately 5,000 units are under the production, and these are the mining site. These are the white marbles we are getting from the Jan area, different areas we just named. So about 200 open cast mining and quarrying centers in Udaipur, 200 open cast, about half of which are illegal and involve a stone mining, including soapstone, building stones, rock phosphate, and dolomite. So, out of 200, most of them are illegal. Miners spread over 15,000 hectares in Udaipur have caused many adverse impact on environment. About 150 tons of explosive are used per month in blasting. Explosive or blasting itself is disturbing to the animals, to the environment, to the plant growth. So explosive is not good for any kind of environmental condition. And about 150 tons of explosive are used per month in blasting. Due to scarcity of water, people are compelled to use this effluent for irrigation purposes. We are using the effluent water, we are using the polluted water for the agriculture purposes. So definitely we are not going to good crop. The whatever crop we are growing in that area using this kind of water will be having some impact of this affluent water. The blasting activities had also adversely affected the fauna and the animal. The sound, the noise itself disturbed the animals. Like tiger, iron, deer, and even here, foxes, wildcats, and birds have disappeared from the mining area. So lots of small animals have been disappeared from the mining area. So sound, the voice, the blast itself is a problem for these animals. So we were discussing about the mining, and there are three kind of surface mining. The surface mining can make use of any of the following three types. Like open pit mining, in which machines dig holes and remove the ores, copper, iron, gravel, limestone, sandstone, marble stone. This picture is showing the open pit mining. This is in the water. Dredging, in which chain, bucket, and dredging are used, which scrap up the minerals from underwater mineral deposits. So this is the another way of the surface mining. And third is the stripe mining, in which the ore is striped off by using bulldozers, power shells, and striping wheels like phosphate rocks. So these are the different kind of surface mining, and we collect the minerals from this. What is the impact of mining we were discussing about? So impact of mining is mine is done to extract minerals or fossil fuels from deep deposit in soil by using subsurface mining, or from shallow deposit by surface mining. So mining is done to extract minerals, and the former method is more destructive, dangerous, and expensive, including risk of occupational hazard and accidents. So these are the impacts of the mining. And the environment damage caused by mining activities are devegetation. If we are doing mining, means we are actually clearing the forest. Until unless you clear the forest, you cannot dig the hole. So we are clearing the forest means we are vegetating and defacing the land. Not only devegetating, but defacing the land. Sinking of land, that the land is sinking because of the mining. Groundwater contamination, whatever toxic, whatever radioactive effluents are there, they are actually going inside the water and mixing with the groundwater and polluting the water. Surface water pollution is definitely, if groundwater is polluted, surface water is definitely is polluted. Occupational health hazard, we have seen in different case studies, they are not only the environment is badly affected, but because of the uranium mining, extraction more than required, more than the carrying capacity, is creating problem to the locals. They are having genetic deformities, they are having genetic different physical structure, some are having more. So there are these hazard, these issues are related with the health. So these are the damages caused because of the mining. There are remedial measures also. If we are doing mining, we have to take care of the environment. Regular checks and balance are very very important, because every mining site, before establishing itself, they take the clearance from the government, whether it's a forest department or the ministry of mining. So they have a proper channel to take the permission, to do the survey, to allot the area. So proper channel, and they should be the laws are very very strict. So the enforcement of the law on illegal activities is very very important and should be very strong. So the low grade ores can be better utilized by using microbial leaching techniques. The biological method is helpful from economic as well as environmental point of view. Biological method is very very important so that we can save the environment. There should be regular checks and balance. We have already mentioned there should be regular checks and balance, that we have to follow the rules and regulation described in different acts and policies. Stabilizing structure, capping mine shaft. Sometime after the mining, people leave the mine shaft open, and because of that, there are many accidents, and we are every second day. I mean, it's very frequent, and we keep on watching on TV that the small kid was fallen in the pit, in a well which was open, pit mine which was open for the mining. So we have to be very careful by capping mine shaft, reclaiming the sites. The sites has to be claimed, because after the mining activities, the site is always polluted, always disturbed. So in that case, we have to reclaim the sites and restoring the site to its pre-mining condition. We should try our level best to restore the site as it was there during the pre-mining condition. We have to take care of the groundwater treatment should be there, restoration of mine area by revegetation of the plantation. Ultimately, plantation is the best best option, and we should do the plantation, maximum plantation. But like in some cases the company says we have done the plantation. One of the companies says, in the mining site says, we have done more than 80,000 plant, but unfortunately they encourage to do the plantation of the exotic species like eucalyptus. So, if we are talking about the plantation, we should always go for the native species, though they are slow growing, but they actually bring back the quality of the area. They can actually clean the air, they can actually clean the land, they can actually clean the water. So, we should encourage to do the plantation of the native species. So, restoration of mine area by revegetation or plantation, the only alternative, only best alternative is the plantation. So, do the maximum plantation, but the native species. We should not. We should discourage the exotic species, because we have seen the result. Parthenium, lantana camera is spreading like anything. This is from. This is not a native plant. Eucalyptus, the fast growing plant, what they are doing, the fast growing means they need more water. If they are growing fast, they are using the water more than it is being available. So we should encourage those slow growing which actually are good in quality, as well as they give shelter and space to the birds and animals, and also they should not harm the environment. The species or the plants which are bringing outside, the exotic is plants, on the long term basis they are not good for the environment. So we have to be very very careful while doing the plantation, and we should do the plantation as much as we can. With this we should end the mineral resources, and we'll be meeting in the next class with another resource, natural resource. So thank you very much for patiently listening, and see you in my next class. Thank you.